Today I'm going to take a look at the Halios Universa. This is the Huckberry Green exclusive version, and I was lucky enough to have a friend send me a text when this watch was released a day early. I was actually out with some other friends at the time, so quickly placed an order on my phone, which I've never done before, and so I was super glad that it was a success. This watch has a 38mm diameter, a 48mm lug-to-lug, and is 11mm thick. Here it is on my 6-inch wrist, and this is probably on the border of where I'd like the watch to be. As you can see, the bracelet's a little loose, and this is with all the links removed. I knew this going into my purchase, but I actually wear it mostly on a strap these days. Here I'm testing the alignment, and what I want to see here is the hands lining up with each other and with that 60th second/minute track mark. There's a bit of parallax here since the camera and the watch aren't perfectly straight, but it'll give you a pretty good idea. I'm going to freeze the frame right here, and you can see that the hour and minute hand are pretty much aligned. You don't see the hour hand peeking out at all, and it is pretty dead on with that 60th second/minute tick there. So looking pretty good from Halios. It's got a nice C3 loom, and you can see that it's quite bright here. The loom is actually applied very nicely and is probably as good as any C3 loom that I've seen. Alright, let's check out how nicely that bracelet plays in the light there. And one of my other favorite things about this watch is how sharp and nicely polished and brushed those lugs are on the case. It's a fantastic case shape in my opinion, and is so nice and comfortable to wear on the wrist. Check out that profile there. It is nice and sharp even from that angle. And so overall I was pretty impressed by this Universa. It was my first experience with a Halios, and I was totally able to see what the hype was all about. If you've got a smaller wrist like me, I'd say this is a watch that you could go for, but of course, you might not be wearing it with the bracelet unless you like to wear your watches a little more loosely than I do. Otherwise, if you have a larger wrist than me, this is definitely something worth the money. I think there's another batch of these due later this year, so be on the lookout. And that's just my opinion.